coal miners in the United States. There were 1 million, decades ago. Now we're down to 85,000 coal miners. How many people work in the wind industry in the United States right now? 75,000 are in the wind industry in the United States today. How many people are in the solar industry? 100,000 people are now working in solar in the United States. Coal 85, wind 75, solar 100. Huh? And we started from 0.
That's right.
So this thing is skyrocketing, and they know it. So the oil and gas industries, they have tax breaks on the books that are permanent. The wind and solar industry that Rush and I fight for, they have tax breaks on the books that we have to fight to renew every 2 or 3 years. Huh?
Correct.
And whose plan is that? Huh? Who would want to have theirs be permanent and the competitors, the future, be something that has to be fought for periodically? And we all know that the bill that would have launched this revolution, something that Rush and I worked on, was the Waxman-Markey bill that passed the House in June of 2009 that would have created this tremendous revolution, putting a price on carbon, creating carbon markets, having dramatic increase in fuel, the efficiency of the appliances, the buildings that we use, but incentivizing investment in new technologies that could meet this goal of carbon avoidance while still creating new companies, new industries, and making a profit, and setting us up for the 21st century. And how do we know that this is possible? The reason that we know that this is possible is that we just did it. And I happen to be the author of the 3 bills in the 1990s that did it, that created this broadband revolution, that moved us from black rotary dial phones to Blackberries, that moved us from 1990 with everyone using a typewriter to 2011 with people right now looking at their Blackberries while they're talking, while they're listening to me. And I'm proud of that revolution, by the way. I'm very proud. I'm proud that people can be here and still not be listening to me. That's being done. It's a tribute to the work I did in the 1990s. Well, that's my hope.
We have votes in 2 minutes.
They start in 2 minutes, or they end in 2 minutes?
They end in 3 minutes.
They end in 3 minutes. Okay, so here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. Huh? You like what you've heard so far? Okay, it's pretty good stuff, huh? So we're winning, and we just have to do a better job of getting word out. In 2001, I brought my amendment out on the floor to increase fuel economy standards to 35 miles per gallon. I got 155 votes. Then I brought it out the next year, 162 votes. Then I brought it out the next year, 177 votes. Just kept going and going. Then we took over the Democrats in 2007. And so my language was included in the final bill that President Bush signed after having opposed it for the first 6 years of his administration. And now, pursuant to that law, President Obama has now promulgated the regulations, because we gave him the authority in the bill, 54.5 miles per gallon by 2026. You hear that? Yeah. 54.5. And you know what we have now? Every time you turn on the TV, it's an ad for a Volt, it's an ad for a Nissan, it's an ad for a new hybrid, huh? So we know we can do it. And we can do the same thing over in electricity generation, match up the renewable energy electricity generation with the all-electric vehicles, reduce the amount of carbon that goes into the atmosphere, create the jobs here in the United States. Tell the OPEC that we don't need their oil any more than we need their sand, and revolutionize the relationship between the United States and ordinary people in these fossil fuels of the 19th and 20th century. Thank you all so much.